I just realized that people want to celebrate the new thing. You know, we talked about this when I was talking about Superman Legacy, the trailer and the teaser. One of the things that people are coming to see saying is, look, I just want to be excited about something again. I just want to be, it doesn't matter what it is. And it used to just be the normies were like this. And, you know, real fans, real discerning people who knew the characters or knew the franchises or whatever would stand against this when you got this very crucial point wrong. You know, when they're race swapping all the characters, or when they're, you know, changing the fundamental and the foundational this or that, you know, geeks were the ones who were like, no, that's bullcrap. You're not doing that. Now, a good portion of the so-called, you know, fans or geeks are 100% ready just to swallow it and go celebrate something new. People raked me over the coals for saying that Aquaman movie was not good. That's not Aquaman. No, that's not the real Aquaman. That video that I made about that was ratioed. Oh, people were just, you're so stupid, blah, blah, blah. Does anybody even give a crap about Aquaman anymore? Especially after the second one came out and people were like, eh. I mean, does anybody care about Aquaman? Nobody cares about Aquaman. Back then, for me to say that this Aquaman movie isn't right, you would have thought I was telling people their children should be, you know, euthanized or something. Same thing when I said the Wonder Woman movie. Garbage. That's not the real Wonder Woman. Same thing when I said the Joker movie. Oh my gosh, YouTubers were clipping my channel and my videos, and they were just like, how can this guy be against this? Because it's not Joker. And what happens, the sequel comes out, and you watch where it logically would flow. And like, no, he was just trying to point out that the first one's all you need. I mean, all these mental gymnastics, you know? People just desperately want to celebrate these movies. With the whole Superman Legacy thing, I've been thinking a lot about the crap that I had to put up with from the Snyder Bros when I was against the Snyder movies. Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, you're so bitter. This is the new Superman. Deal with it. The best moment ever, was when I put out a video talking about why Henry Cavill should not play Superman. It doesn't matter if there's a different story, if there's a different director. He doesn't understand the character. And I was pointing out things that he said. That very next day, he and The Rock released a video like, he's back. People piled on me on that video I made just the day before, like, copium, coparter, bro, blah, blah, blah. He's back. Deal with it. And then, of course, if you know the history, the very next day, James Gunn popped up and said, no, he's not back. He's not going to be our Superman. Oh, I can't tell you how tempted I was just to screenshot every one of those bully schoolyard comments and put them in the video and just, you know, play the copium song or something. I don't know. But people jump on the new thing and they desperately want to celebrate the new thing, and they act like it's life itself. I never understood this concept, because see, I actually like stories. I actually like the movies themselves or the books themselves. I don't care if somebody else doesn't like it and says it's crap. I just don't understand the need. You can make a video telling me that Superman 78 is the biggest piece of garbage and the most overestimated, bloated piece of cinema, whatever. Okay, cool. Good for you. That's not going to affect in any way me going my daily life and celebrating that movie as one of the greatest films ever made. Like, I don't care that you don't like it or that you said you didn't like it. But there's this insecurity when you don't really just like and want to celebrate the story itself, when you're trying to celebrate the momentum and the moment, the cultural moment around it, and you want to celebrate the community of fandom around it, then you get very insecure if somebody speaks out and says, hey, this is garbage. Then you need to shout them down desperately because they're threatening your little party life and your party vibe atmosphere that you want just to be everywhere at the moment. You know, you see this with every kind of fandom. It's not just, you know, stories. I mean, music, for example. I love Van Halen. I've talked about it before. Love Van Halen. I like both the David Lee Roth Van Halen era and I love the Sammy Hagar era. But as I've said before, if you really make me choose one, Sammy Hagar in a heartbeat. That Sammy Hagar took that band to heights they'd never been before, as far as I'm concerned. Now, I can hear somebody on their channel or on their Facebook post or whatever. You know, you go on Facebook, I'm on a lot of groups, you know, for like classic rock, hair metal, and all this kind of stuff. And you see occasionally they'll post about David Lee Roth or this and that. Okay, cool. You know, he was the greatest, blah, 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 whatever. You know, Eddie never played like he did again when, you know, when Dave was with him. Okay, whatever. But then you watch somebody post something about Sammy Hagar or why Sammy Hagar was a better singer or whatever. And then all of a sudden you look and there's be like 1,000 laughing emojis, you know, on there. If you've ever posted on Facebook a laughing emoji as a way to mock somebody's post, just go ahead and punch yourself in the face right now and do it hard because you truly deserve it. Just sit with it, rub that pain in because you deserve every bit of it. What an asinine thing to do. Because that shows the psychology of how insecure you are. I'm not saying that you can't go on your own platform or talk about how your opinion is this and it's different and this is what you believe in, or even if you think it's fact, state it as fact. I do that plenty of times. But to be threatened that somebody else over there on their own platform is doing it or on their own post or whatever, that shows that you're really not in it for the story. You're really in it for the community vibe, the atmosphere, the excitement around it. That's why people get so crazy butthurt that I'm talking about why that teaser isn't doing it. Nope, that's not right. How are you saying it hasn't even come out yet? Because they want everybody to be excited. They want nobody to harsh their mellow about this. You know, they just want to have the vibe. That these people aren't. They're never going to be a discerning fan because they're not interested in story. They're interested in community. They're interested in that you know, excitement or whatever. And these are the people that are going to freaking love that new Spider-Man show that's coming out on Disney Plus at the end of the month, even though you can watch the trailer and see that they race swapped just about everybody in the movie. I mean, it's only a matter of time before they race swap Peter Parker. Miles Morales isn't going to be good enough for eventually. Eventually, Peter Parker will have to be, you know, of mixed race in some set or another. We don't have fans anymore. We have fan addicts, as Fan Man used to say. They just need the new content, and you're never going to be able to break through people. You know, the fandom menace channels that, oh, we're fighting the good culture war fight. They themselves do it. Okay, well, this one's okay. This one's actually pretty good, guys, because this one, you know, didn't go woke, and then they did this and that. Is that really the standard? Do all we want is just something that's not woke, or do we want something that's actually true to the franchise and true to the characters and the spirit of the characters? Really thinks about what work does these stories, or do these stories, what work should these stories be doing in culture? Have they done historically in culture? And are we going to create new stories and new iterations of them that continue that work? You know, I'm not trying to poo-poo the idea of having friends that also celebrate the same fandoms. I mean, shared fandoms is what, you know, brings people together and brings friends together. That's all fine. It can enhance the experience of a fandom. Sure, nothing wrong with that. But if you're in it for the friendship or community primarily, and if that's more important to you than the the quality of the story in general, then that's the problem. If you'll overlook bad story just so you can be a part of a fandom family, and that's just the problem. There's the problem right there. Studio Super, thank you for the super chat. Said, I feel that characters that got a more bum rap than Superman is the Fantastic Four. I don't think they have a good, iconic movie. It's sad, and I feel that the heart and soul of Marvel, yeah, they are the heart and soul of Marvel. They were the first Stan Lee creations there, right? Yeah, the first family. Marvel's first family. Did you have a continuation to the comment that you posted down here? You had a, oh yeah, here you go. You say, because when the MCU was in their prime, we would have jumped for joy at them getting the Fantastic Four. Now that they've been acquired, while the MCU is in its Yas Queen phase, they can't seem to get a break. You're right, but I'll caution people, the fandom menace channels and a lot of so-called fans are already poised to embrace this new movie. Well, they got Robert Downey Jr. back, and it looks like they're getting Peggy Carter back, guys. Hey, guys, I think we won. We haven't won anything if they're sticking to the continuity. The same continuity. They don't. That's them throwing you a bone. Wake up, wise up. They're not changing anything. They're just learning what buttons to push to get you back on board and to make you shut up. None of those buttons are significant or long-term change. Look, here's a Mandalorian series. Pretend that there's a civil war and that you're making a difference, and you'll shut up and get back on board with Disney Star Wars. People did. They bought it hook, line, and sinker.